I'm pushing my thumb down. I'm going in, creating that funnel shape. Let's see it from the top just a minute, Caroline. My thumb won't get all the way down in because of the volume of the clay now, so I'm just going with my 3 fingers. And I'm going to bring some of this clay back towards myself. And I can tell that I am not down thin enough. I'm going to probably leave a 1/2 inch of clay in the floor of this pot. I don't want it so thin that it's a real problem. But if you leave too much thickness in the floor of your pot, you know what can happen? And I've done it. When you go to glaze it, it has a high absorption rate down there, and you'll have more glaze right in the floor, and you'll take it out of the kiln and you'll be celebrating how beautiful it is. Then you go over to get your nice beverage to celebrate, and you hear a pow, and it pops in two. Can you tell I'm speaking from experience? So you've got to be very sensitive that you hit it right on the floor of your pot, because pouring that glaze in and pouring it back out is pretty tricky, right? And sometimes you might even want to take like 1/4 cup of water and pour it down in the bottom and swirl it around and pour it out, and then pour the glaze in so that while you're getting it in there, it's not absorbing too much in the floor. Okay, I'm at about 1 inch. I'm going to go a little lower. If you go too thick too, of course, you can always have S-cracks. And that's really annoying when it's a huge pot. So I'm going to open this up some more. I'm going to bring the clay down to the back and then just bring it back towards myself until I feel like I'm seeing about where this first landed. I'm going to measure it. And then I hold my floor so I don't go wider than I want it to be. I'm going to hold it. Little extra compression. I love to go from the outside and come all the way in, because when pots are shrinking, they dry here first, and moisture out here pulls and stresses the middle and causes S-cracks. All right, so I've got a bucket here to rinse my hands with. Something I've been meaning to have for the last 3 weeks. All right. Put that down. Let me just do a little measurement here. Okay, it looks like it's just exactly about 7 inches because it's tucked up under there. I'm going to go with it. I feel good about it. So, you know, that's a lot of the clay, you guys, that's just across the floor of this 10 pounds. Let's show them from the front, Caroline, what this mass of clay looks like. It's a pretty good bit. You see that? Yeah. So the bottom is looking like, it's looking right to me, and it's a 1/2 inch. I get very intuitive about these things, but they end up being most of the time where I want them. And I say most of the time because y'all know it's not all the time.